Hello, teachers. It is time for a little heart to heart. So, I've got three things tonight that you should stop doing immediately. So, we are going to dive right into them because I can't wait to share them and they have got to stop. Okay, so first things first, we have to stop being so hard on ourselves. I see a lot of times I will watch a lesson and the lesson will be amazing. That teacher was on it. Their students were learning, their students were engaged, and the students will leave their room. And then the teacher will look at me and go, "Oh, that was the worst lesson ever. I did this wrong. They didn't know this. I could have done this better. I should have done it this way." And it's just, it doesn't have to be that way. It was a great lesson. And I asked that teacher, did the students learn? Yes. Were they engaged? Yes. Perfect. That's what we need. Students are learning and students are engaged. Other than that, it's okay. That's no problem. And we're also going to stop looking down the hallway at what other teachers are doing, right? We need to make sure that whatever is happening in our classroom, students are learning and students are engaged. Those are probably our top priorities, right? Every student is learning. So I hear too, it's like, well, I know so and so is doing this, in the other room. Should I be doing that? Well, does it match? Does it match our goals? Does it match our outcomes? Is that how we want to engage your students? Then maybe yes, but we're not worrying about it, right? So we're going to stop being so hard on ourselves because you guys are doing amazing things in your classroom. You guys are dedicated, and I know you guys are taking the time to make learning happen in your classrooms. So we have to just stop being so hard on ourselves. And I just see it time and time again, and it just breaks my heart that we don't always see the amazingness that is happening in each of our classrooms. And so tonight, you're going to stop being so hard on yourself. The second one is we're going to stop being afraid of failure. And I mean this in the way that, let's say you want to implement a new tech tool. And a lot of times teachers are like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to implement it. And I'm like, it's okay. It's not a ready, aim, fire situation. It's a ready, fire, then aim. And so, what we want to do, what I mean by that is we don't say ready, aim, and then we continue to aim and we aim and we aim again because we're not quite ready yet. We haven't quite mastered everything and we never fire. We never let that tool get off the ground. We never engage our students in that way because we just weren't ready enough. And so, what I want you to do is ready, fire, and know that failure will happen. And that's okay because when failure happens, that's when success happens. And that's okay. And then we're going to troubleshoot. Okay. Then we're going to aim. What went wrong? What can we change? And the really cool thing about troubleshooting is that when we do it live in front of students, they see us fail, I'll say. Not a huge failure, but they see that things don't go right. And students need role models to show us what to do, show them what to do when things don't go right. And what better place than our classroom, right? So we're going to stop being afraid of failure because a classroom that is rich in failure is a classroom that is learning. We don't have to know everything we need to know about a tool before we implement it, because when we launch it and something doesn't go right, or we don't know where that button is, or how do you add this sound, or how do you add this picture, where do we get this in the tool? Students and you will troubleshoot it in live time. In this world, we live in a fast-paced world, right? We live in fast food, fast information, fast travel, fast everything. Our students are so used to having everything at lightning speed that sometimes the art of troubleshooting is being lost, and it's not really being taught. And so it's kind of up to us to teach that. And what better way through technology, right? We're constantly troubleshooting technology, and that's okay. Students need to be troubleshooting right along with us, and they need to see that it's okay to fail and that we can work through things, right? There's a lot of things happening when troubleshooting goes on in the classroom. The other thing I love about troubleshooting in the classroom is that when a student gets the answer that the whole classroom's been looking for, the teacher, wasn't sure what to do, other classmates weren't sure what to do, and then a student figures it out, what an empowering moment for that student. Like, we're just going to raise that student up. Wow, you stuck through it. You found the answer, and now we can move on, right? We got to go find our next troubleshooting thing that we can troubleshoot together. So it's such an empowering moment for that student that they got something that nobody else figured out. They solved a problem. And that is a really good feel good moment for that student. Very empowering and great for the class to see community that we came together and we figured it out. So we're not going to worry about if we could fail, we're going to fail. And that's okay. And that's what we need to be showing our students as well on how we get through that failure and how we troubleshoot through it. So the third thing that we are going to stop doing is we're going to stop settling for just okay. Everything is just okay. Yeah, it's mediocre. Things are working, but you know that they could be better, or you know that you want them to be better. But is there enough time? Do I have the right equipment? Do I have the right technology? Do I have the right tools? All these questions come up. And it's time to just stop settling for just okay and literally just reach for the stars. You are doing amazing things in your classroom already. And part of being, part of that just okay is we need to recognize those things we are doing. We are doing better than okay, but we don't just want status quo, right? So you are showing up for your students every day and you are giving it all. And then you're probably going home to your family at night and you are giving it all, right? You are the parent at home. And then everyone goes to bed. And then do you have time for yourself, right? Or are you so much out of gas, you've been running on fumes all day that you have nothing left to give yourself? And when our cup is empty, then of course we have nothing to pour from. So we have to make sure that what we are doing is fulfilling to us and it is working for the students, it's working for our family. And that is why it is so important to master our time. And that is the event that we have coming up next, actually this weekend. It's the Teacher Time Mastery event. And that is where we are going to unlock 10 hours in your week in just 3 days. And you can get registered right here for this free event. We're going to regain your personal time and achieve your goal of becoming that standout teacher. Because we don't want to just be efficient to be efficient. We want to be efficient to get our time back, but then we also want to be that standout teacher. So we're going to look at the number one hidden time waster in our day. We're going to look at how to turn technology into your virtual assistant because everybody wants a virtual assistant. We're going to look at the 5 steps to saving teachers 10 hours per week. We are just going to get your time back in this event. And then, like I said, we're not just efficiency. We also want to be that standout teacher. So we're going to go from average to aspirational in just 30 minutes. And this is a 3-day jam-packed event. I'm so excited. We are kicking off on November 5th, which is Sunday at 7 p.m. Central. You can get registered right here with that button. And join us at that event for free. If you want to see the exact itinerary of what we're talking about in each session, you can check that out on the registration page. They all just open and collapse. And you can check out all the other information that we have on the registration page as well. So what I would love, or I guess what I would challenge you to do tonight, if you want to take a challenge from me, is we're going to, 1, stop being so hard on ourselves. 2, we're going to stop being afraid of failure. And 3, we're done with settling for just okay. We're going to get into this Teacher Time Mastery event. We're going to see how efficient we can become and also how we can strive to be that standout teacher that I know you all want to be. Do let me know with any questions, and I'm excited to see all of you at this event this weekend. Let me know with questions. Have a great night.